you doing? 1 second. Back. Did you miss me? Okay. So, if you notice, I like sitting in my son's room. For some reason. I don't know why, but I just feel comfortable, more comfortable in this room. So I always sit in his room. We always hang out in here. So, of course, I didn't rest like I was supposed to, but I was very productive. I'm not feeling any better, but enough about that. Okay. So, The Little Mermaid. All right. There's a Facebook group, a closed Facebook group that is called Christians Against the new Little Mermaid, and they're boycotting like Holly Berry or something. Okay. I shared a very heartwarming video on the Facebook, my Facebook, of little girls reacting to the Little Mermaid. And these little girls were also, they're like, oh my gosh, she's black, mom, she's black. This one girl was like crying, and I was like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I don't see what the big deal is. There are so many Caucasian princesses, so many Caucasian characters. Why can't they just have it's just one? It's just a movie, people. Like, seriously? You would want to take the joy away from those children? Do you know what? When I was little, I always wanted a dark-skinned baby. When I was like a toy baby, not like a real one. Like when I was little, like a little toy baby. And my mom could never find one. It was very hard for her to find one. And then this one year, I was it was 1980 something or another. I was in the second grade, and there's this little girl that used to always get picked on. Her name was Debbie Jones. We were in class. She was the only black girl in her class, and nobody ever wanted to play with her. Nobody ever wanted. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Nobody ever wanted to do anything with her. In fact, the teachers would pick on her too. Okay. This was in the South Side. For 2 years, I lived in the South Side when I was in elementary. Anyways, so I was literally her only friend. Okay. And when people would gang up on her, I used to stick up for her. When she would walk home, they call her the N word. They would call her all kinds of names, and they would just pick on her. And I used to walk beside her because we walked like halfway. She lived somewhere else, but walked halfway together, and then she would go somewhere else, go to her street, right? And so, for Secret Santa, she had nobody wanted her. Nobody wanted her because she was black. Nobody wanted to get her for Secret Santa. This was in the second grade, and the teacher didn't tell the kids anything. She was Japanese. No, yeah, Japanese. We had a Japanese teacher in second grade, and she didn't. She just was like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are ridiculous. So I volunteered to have her for Secret Santa, and that was the one time, because you know how Mexican mothers are. They never want to participate in the festivities at school, let alone a Secret Santa. But my mom did buy her a baby doll, because because you could put like what you wanted and stuff like that, so your Secret Santa would know. So my mom bought her a baby doll. We couldn't find a black one, but it was a white one, because that's all there was back then. And so that's what she got, and she loved it because it came with like a little carrier, like a little knitted carrier. Anyways, they've been struggling their whole lives, people. You have had the luxury of having your many princesses, many characters, many fantasies that you can have and picture yourself as, when you were little, to be grown up, whatever. Everybody wants to be a princess, right? Or everybody wants to be a queen, right? Okay. You've had that your whole life. Imagine never having that imagination, never having that. It was limited, because it just wasn't available. Even Mexican stuff, we didn't have nothing Mexican. And whenever they started like doing the Mexican stuff, I was geeked. I was like, oh my gosh, that is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. So now I think people are just being ridiculous. I think it's stupid. And I am being harsh with my words because these are little girls you're talking to. These are little girls' hopes and dreams that you're crushing with your little Facebook groups and your little comments. Why don't you just let it go? Let them have Ariel and just move on, people. Like, she's beautiful too. Like, jeez, people are just focused on the wrong thing, right? There's so much going on, right now. Ariel shouldn't be, but you know what? I wanted to say something because it's just wrong. Because you all know how it is to have, you know, the princesses, growing up and characters all the time on TV, characters all the time on TV. We didn't know that, not until what, the 90s? When did George Lopez come out? And it's just like, it's a shame. It really is. It's very sad that we're still doing stuff like this. And it's not about race, it's not about color, it's not about gender, people. We're all human beings. Goodbye now.